We are live, Darren. How are you?
Hey, Ching, what's going on?
Yay! Yeah. We already have an audience.
Do we?
Someone related to you.
Is it my mom?
Cyan, Crane.
Oh, that's my wonderful daughter, Cyan.
Hi, Cyan. How are you? Thanks for watching us. So today I'm very honored to have filmmaker, writer, director, cinematographer, and educator Darion uh, Da D'Anjou.
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 Yes, yes.
D'Anjou. Yeah,
Very good.
join us. Yeah. So, how are you?
I'm doing great, Ching. How are you doing
Yeah,
today?
I'm good. So tell me, where are you physically?
So I'm physically located in Atlanta, Georgia, which is the city I grew up in and one of my favorite cities in the world.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, there is a
And
phone
what
call.
about you, Ching?
Yeah, I am in New York City
Oh,
right now.
yeah.
Yeah, but
That's my other favorite city. I was born there. So,
I originally from Shanghai,
oh,
China.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Yes.
I'm
That's
trying
on
to do my
that's
phone.
on my list of places to visit.
Oh yeah. So anyway, now tell us a little bit about how we met.
Yeah. So, and it's cool that there are people here watching us now too. There's this wonderful new app called Clubhouse, which I think it's been around for a little while, but it actually really kind of became a big thing in the beginning of 2021. And so now it's like all the rage. Everybody's talking about it, and that's where I met Ching on that wonderful app. It's great for bringing people together.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And you are on many panels. As I join in, I am mostly interested in filmmakers group, and there I met you, and you were the mods. Mods. Tell people, what does that mean by mods?
Yeah, for those who've never been on Clubhouse or don't know, Clubhouse is great because you can create a room about any topic that you want to. You just open up a room, name the topic, and then you can start talking. But every room has like a different character to it. And so the people that create the character and sort of set the tone of the room are the moderators. And I have been a moderator on quite a few rooms because there were rooms I saw that Clubhouse needed and it didn't have, and so I started to create rooms, and that's where I met Ching.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
So now, yeah. So tell me how. First of all, when did you started to use the app, and how many hours now these days you're on Clubhouse?
Yeah. The funny thing is, I did actually at the beginning of this year, 2021. I wasn't using the app before then, but at New Year's Eve, I did make a New Year's resolution, and that was to make a better commitment to social media.
Yeah.
Because as you know, as a filmmaker, it's not enough to make the films. We have to find a way to get people to know about the films.
Right.
And social media in 2021 is the best way to do that. And the
Yeah.
funny thing is, right, I think the very next day, so basically January 1st, I got some people giving me notifications to come onto this app Clubhouse. And I joined, and then I got hooked
I
immediately.
know. Yeah.
Yeah,
And you have a follower of 4.7K. That's insane, just for 3 months.
in 3 months. That's pretty fast.
Yeah.
I'm not even really sure how that happened that fast, but uh, it's worked out well.
You do have things to offer. The way you talk to people, you're very generous, and you're very gentle, and you have this really resonant, almost like, did you ever like sing as a bass or tenor when you were younger?
That is funny that you say that. Not really officially, but in college I was in an a cappella group, and I was bass. I did sing
Yes,
bass. Yes.
yes. So you have this really nice voice, and
Shout
so
out to the inspiration at
yeah,
UPenn for giving me
yeah,
my
you can.
shot.
Yeah. So that's very nice. So you have beautiful voice, and thank
Thank
you
you.
for hooking up with me and helping me to develop my club. Now I have a club called iPhone Film Production, Video Production,
Yes,
and
very
you're not
exciting.
even an iPhone person, but you support iPhone people. That's
That
very generous.
that's right. I mean, I'm only iPhone as far as using it to talk like on this app, for example, right now. But I'm a very big fan of what iPhone's been doing and giving the power to regular people to be able to tell their stories. I think is really really important. It's really what filmmaking is about. It's not about like this high level. Only a few people should be able to do it. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And that's the way it's been in the past. But that's no longer the case. So I'm a very very big fan. I'm not being promoted by Apple. Although if anybody wants to like hook me up with Tim Cook or something, I'm open to offers. My DMs are open.
Yeah, your DM's open. Yeah, 24/7.
Yeah.
And so tell me a little bit about your upbringing. I always like to know how people grew up. I know you grew up in Atlanta, Georgia. Tell me more about like how was your surrounding of growing up?
Yeah. So I'm super fortunate. I'm definitely one of the very fortunate people in the world that, my parents were both extremely committed to education. I'm the firstborn um, in my family in the United States of America. My mom is from Jamaica and my father is from British Guyana in South America. And they met in Jamaica, and then had me in New York City when they came, like very soon after they came. And so, after being in New York for a little while, we then kind of migrated south and then ended up in Atlanta. But yeah, I was very, very fortunate because, I had that kind of mother who read to me every day. I grew up in a traditional setting where my father was the one mainly working and my mother was able to stay home and really just take care of the kids for the first part of our lives, which is the most important. And she did read books to me every day, and that reading of books is probably the only reason I'm a filmmaker now. I definitely can point a straight line to my mom. Thank you, mom, for that, and may she rest in peace. Both my parents are passed now,
Mm,
but they were great parents, and I thank them for everything.
wonderful,
Yeah.
wonderful. And then you went into ass kicking college, Penn. And
Yeah,
you
yeah.
are you always really good academically?
Yes, yes. That's definitely been. It's kind of like when you're the first. You may know this idea of when you're the firstborn in the United States and everything. There are a lot of expectations by your parents, and I definitely had the same. Lots of practice with schoolwork and lots of attention to detail. And funny thing is that Cyan is on and she knows her granddad. Like if she ever says a word wrong, he'll make her repeat the word. He'll make her look it up in the dictionary. He'll make her spell it again and then use it in a few sentences. And that's just the way that I was raised. Yeah, I mean, it was more of a thing of if I had like a 90, like if I got a 96 on an assignment, it was more the question, where are those other 4 points?
Perfectionist. Wow.
Yeah, yeah,
That,
real sticklers, yeah.
yeah. So you went to UPenn, had a what degree in engineering?
Oh, so actually, my degree is from Wharton Business School.
Oh,
Yeah, in entrepreneurial management and marketing.
oh my God.
Yeah, dual concentration. And the funny thing that I learned though from going to school was that I thank my education for making me realize I didn't want to go to Wall Street or one of these kinds of things. Like I realized pretty quickly on during that 4 years that I was more interested in making things, like actually adding something to the world that didn't exist before. And honestly, if there's any defining kind of theme of what I believe in or what I'm always pursuing, it's creating something out of nothing and then leaving the world with something that wasn't there before. Whereas stocks and, with stocks and bonds and trading and, a lot of the people from Wharton end up going to Wall Street or, and that's a lot more kind of trading and selling the things that other people have created. And I did not want to do that. So that's why I switched into entrepreneurial management so that I could, build something. Yeah.
Wow, that's beautiful. And then what happened? Then you become somewhat engineer later or something?
Yeah. So basically, because of the age that I grew up in, there was a big thing that was happening, while I was in school and getting out of school and everything, and it was called the internet. And yeah, I mean, a lot of people who are watching the show may not, if they're younger, may not know that there were these things called libraries before the internet, and you would go there. Yeah, and it's really so funny to think about it, how backwards that seems. That if you want to read a book, the only way to get the book is you would have to go to a physical place and go find that book. Like, now, I mean, I can go on Kindle and find any book in the world, like within 2 minutes, I can have that book, and it does make an appreciation for the access to information. But that internet was being a big thing, I mean, Google wasn't even there when I was graduating. So it was right before all of that. And so I knew that the internet was going to be a big deal. I had a roommate in college who kept showing me these little lines of yellow code. And then he would type something and he would do some code and everything. And then we would wait and we would hear zzz, and the little fax machine sound would go. And then like a minute later, zzz, another line of text would come. And he would say, see, that's somebody in Japan right now. I would say, what? Are you serious? How do you know? But he was very excited about it. I didn't understand it right away, but he kind of got me excited to thinking about and so, and because I knew, it was going to be a big deal, I kind of investigated and then I got excited about programming. And so then that's why I became a programmer. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
My first big career is as a programmer, really. So.
Yeah. And
yeah.
You worked with some pretty famous companies, right?
That's correct. So I've done intranets. For those who don't know what an intranet is, it's essentially the internet inside of a company, right? Because it can be, you could actually say it's more important than the company's internet site, because for companies like I've done the internet for Michael Kors, for example, and Michael Kors is a company that we all know has this wonderful branding and this image that's so cool and everything. Yeah. But when I went there, they didn't have anything inside. They literally just were using folders and trying to drag and drop files and, using email chains that were, hundreds of messages long, and it was very inefficient. And so, but when we went in there and I led that team that rebranded their intranet, and we ended up giving them something that was very beautiful. It matched their outside image. So now when you're inside the company, you can feel just as proud that you work there, because you've got that streamlined image, things are easier, and so they still use that intranet to this day. And I've done that for a number of large companies. Yeah.
That's wonderful. So where this filmmaking thing fit all of this, sort of a physically being creator, doing, study business. Where does filmmaking come from, please?
Well, oddly enough, I mean, I probably should have gone to film school from the beginning. So I mean, really should not have gone to a business school. Business school was more of a thing, and it's like when you have parents that are immigrants, and there are a lot of expectations, you're coming from cultures that don't necessarily have a culture where it's even possible to earn a living as a filmmaker. If you think about Jamaica and British Guyana and countries that are considered, lesser developed economically, you don't really have this phenomenon of, oh, you can make films and actually get paid. That's not really an option. So for them, that's a very big stretch to expect to come to another country and think, oh, their son is going to become like a filmmaker or, you know, some kind of crazy creative. You know, they don't want me to be poor and homeless, right? So so that was not really an option. It's like, you know, you think of things like business, engineering, law degree, or medicine, right? Those are
Yeah.
the ones, you know?
Yeah.
And so I kind of just followed in that at first because I was quite young and I didn't understand. But I was already making films when I was in middle school. You know, me and my buddy, we used to have a band, and we would create instrumental music, and then we would make these music videos to go with our instrumental music and play them for our friends at school. And people loved that stuff. Like we were pretty popular for our music and for our videos. And but you know, it didn't quite connect. You know, like it didn't click that, you know, this is actually the thing I probably should be doing because I naturally do it. Nobody had to tell me to do it. I would spend hours on it. I would stay up all night, you know, doing this thing. And usually when you find something like that, it's probably what you should do for a living.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
where your passion is. So, so should we play some clips of your film? Should we do it?
We
Do
could
you
do
have?
it. Yeah.
Should we? Okay,
I
so
think that's a great idea.
I'm gonna share your. Should I share your YouTube? I'll share your YouTube.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be great. So the
Hold on.
disclaimer is just for anybody who's watching with their little children.
Okay,
A
so it's
lot
like
of my stuff is, you know,
violent.
it's a little bit more for this sort of adults.
Yeah, yeah. No, so, is it okay for Cyan there?
I think she's allowed. Yeah, I'll go ahead and
Which
I'll
one
give
should
her
we look?
official permission.
Yeah. Can you see
Let's
right
see.
now? Can
We
you
could
see right
play.
now?
Yeah, I can. I can.
Okay. Okay.
We could play any of them really.
Oh, okay.
Some of the most popular ones are Pony would be one that's pretty popular. We could play it.
Pony. Okay, let me see. Where's Pony?
Yeah. Let's see. Scroll down just a bit.
That's it.
Pony director's cut. Oh, I know. Oh, I need to send you to my website that has this is more personal, but go to movie fandom.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
type in movie YouTube /C/movie fandom.
Okay. Hold on one second. YouTube. Oh,
Yeah.
I should go into the thing. YouTube
Yeah.
/ what? Sorry.
Yeah, you could /C
See?
like channel
Yeah.
/ movie fandom. So movie fan dumb DOM at the end. So movie fandom.
FANDAM.
OM.
Okay.
Yeah, movie fandom. Let's see if it works.
Okay.
The wonderful internets.
Yeah, hold on. Movie fandom.
Yep.
Did you see it right now?
I can't see anything changing. I still just see.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I cannot see. You know what? It's probably better for you to do. Why don't you do it in the private chat? You give me a link.
Oh, I can give you another way to get there easily.
Okay.
If you want to just search in YouTube. So in YouTube, just search for Mommy short film. Mommy short film should get you there.
MOMMY.
Yep. And then Mommy, maybe short horror film.
Short horror film?
Yeah. Separate words. Yeah. And let's see if that pulls it up.
Okay. No, it doesn't. Sorry.
Oh, are you typing all one word?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, just write separate words. So mommy and then space and then short space horror film.
Horror.
Horror, yeah.
Horror, right? No.
Horror.
OR. Okay.
Yep. And you're typing separate words, right?
Yes.
There it is.
Okay.
Okay. Now, wait, how many views does that one have that you see at top? I can't see.
I see Mommy has a view of 1.7 million.
Yeah, that's the channel. Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, we can just watch that.
Hold on. Okay, so I have to go back to get off here and then share again. I have to go into separately. Okay, hold on.
Okay.
I have to go. Mommy. Yeah, mommy. Okay,
Mommy's a good one to play because it's only like 4 minutes. So
tell us a little bit. You wanna tell us, or should we just play?
Yeah, we could just. Should I wait until after to talk, or should we do it? Just let it play and then talk, or should I talk while it's playing?
I think we should just play now.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay, so this is about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
We have to be quiet, Thomas. Shh. I wasn't even that loud. But Mommy said we have to be. Wait. Did you hear that? Mommy's on a date again. It's always someone new. I'm gonna catch them smooching. No, Tommy, don't go. We're not supposed to come out of our rooms when she's on a date. She's always on a date. I'm just gonna take a quick pic. I'll be right back. Thomas? Thomas. Mommy? Thomas? 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 No, Angie! Go back! Go back! Mommy? Mommy.
Great music. I love the sound and the music. Of course, the movie too. So,
Thank you.
yeah. So tell us a little bit about the creation process for this.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is, normally I'm working on science fiction, which is my favorite genre.
Yeah.
But I do love horror as well. And a friend of mine was going to be having a movie screening with some other filmmaker friends at a theater where they were going to be renting the theater and then selling tickets for people to come watch a number of short films on the big screen. And then the problem was one of the people who was going to be doing a horror film had to drop out. So the guy, one of the filmmakers who was a friend of mine who was organizing it, came to me and he said, "Hey, listen, I need you to help me save me from this situation because we lost the person and we've got to have another movie in that slot. I don't know what to do." I was like, "What do you want me to do?" "Well, can you make a horror film?" I said, "Well, how long do I have?" He was like, 3 weeks. I said, "Ooh, okay." Ooh, that will be interesting. So, of course, I like a challenge. And so I thought the best way to do something that I could get done would be to eliminate the editing part of it, which oftentimes takes a lot.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? Can I make one in one take so that once I shoot it, it's like almost pretty much done? That was the idea. And that's how it kind of started.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And I like one takes. I think they're fun to coordinate. Yeah.
Wow, I did not realize it's the one take. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Okay.
Everything is one take. And it's a lot of challenge because and I did try to do a few tricks. Like when the first shot comes, it's just a still shot because the gimbal is sitting on is resting on something. So it just looks like a tripod shot at first. So the idea is to start from that like tripod shot. And then all of a sudden you see, oh my gosh, the shot is moving. It's following them, And that was an idea that I had. And it's just nice to work on something that's short
Yeah.
because it's easier to get a higher level, make everything the way you really want.
Yeah.
Because when you start making things that are longer, a lot of times you make compromises.
Yeah.
Because you get tired or the people you're working with get tired or some reason. But this movie, I felt it was nice length because I could get most of the things right that I wanted.
Yeah. Are these are the kids are they actors or they're just regular
Oh,
kids?
oh yeah. So these are pretty super professional actors. These kids are doing that kid Mason, the redhead, the little boy. He's been on Ozark, and he's been on some other shows. And I think he may have booked a longer horror movie actually. He's been getting some work because people have seen him in Mommy, and they're kind of inviting him to audition for other horror movies now. So
Wow.
but he was great. He was super professional. Ava Monger, Shannon Rice, who was the casting agent, she's the one who got me in touch with them and got me a bunch of kids to audition. And Mason was great.
So how do you make the lighting so spooky and so effective? Like like you don't. So for film like that, okay. Another question before that is, has this film been done audio like a sound post or color correction?
Yes. Say that one more time. Say that question again.
You see, the film, because I haven't had the luxuries of having my film done on sound post, no color correction. So is the film you just showed us, are they sound corrected or color corrected?
Yes, they are, and but I did it myself.
Okay.
Just because of budget, and it's easier for me to do it. Because I know I want to make so many films. I figure, well, it's best for me to learn to do it, so that I can save that money. And it took me maybe longer because at the time I didn't have that much experience doing color correction. But there's a lot of color correction on this one, really giving that look, the bluish look and everything. And the color correction even sort of changes because it's one take, but I have the color correction sort of animated.
Yeah.
So as we go from section to section, it does actually animate and change to fit the scene. I had to learn to do that stuff. And then the sound is all ADR, because, you know, I had to do ADR because when you're doing like, you know, you're carrying the gimbal and following them, and we're in these small spaces. And what people don't know who are watching the film is there are a bunch of people behind the camera. Like, like their parents were in the living room at first.
Yeah.
And then when we went around like into the hall and everything, they had to quickly go behind and go into the bedroom. And then we went into the living room and they're doing all this thing. So it was like this whole thing going on, also handing off the camera, the camera from person to person.
Right.
So there's a lot of that going on. So there's a lot of noise, you know, and so we did ADR for that, and that was really fun.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. I love your original music. Like, how does the music? Usually, I do documentary, of course, you know.
Yeah.
Then I find the music suits certain scenes,
Mm.
but when you do this, how are you also find music afterwards?
Yes. So in this particular case, I got very lucky because so Ken Jones is a composer that I've worked with on a lot of my movies, and he did the score for the main part of the movie. So all of the sort of tension and the building, that was his work. You know, I just gave him the finished film and I said, you know, do your thing, right? And he went crazy and he did that. And he already had the sound design. So like the footsteps, I had done sound design, and, you know, I added to her footsteps to make it more like, like she's coming like this. And then the young lady who played Mommy, her name is Amy Mae Lu. She's a brilliant actress and a singer, and multi-talented. She does like everything, right? But her brother is also super talented, and he's a DJ and a producer from Sweden. And so he does a lot of EDM music and everything. And so I had heard some of his music. So I said, Amy, call your brother. Tell him I want to use some music for credits. And so he made that original track in the credits. It's made just for this movie. Yeah.
Yeah, that's wonderful. So this movie was in some kind of a film festival, and you tell us about.
Yeah. So the way it was created was with us wanting to rent out the theater and then sell tickets. And so, you know, I started telling people the movie was coming, so that added a lot of pressure for me to finish the movie on time, because I only had 3 weeks to write it, shoot it, edit it, color correct it, sound design, give it to the guy for music, and make it be finished. And so then we played it in the theater as the very first thing. And we almost sold out that theater. I think there were not very many seats that were left.
Wow.
So we didn't make much money, because, I mean, that's a whole different discussion. You know, it's very hard to make money selling your own tickets at theaters. You really have to have multiple showings and make, you know, because maybe you make a bit on each showing, but then you need a lot in order to. So that was fun, though. I mean, we made a profit. That was
Sorry.
No worries.
I already put the phone on a what do you call
Oh yeah, no worries.
Sorry, yeah. But
that movie.
Go ahead. Sorry.
That movie, since then, it's played at other festivals, and it even was invited during COVID. It's been played at some drive-in movies because some people had seen it and they said, "Hey, can we play this movie?" Because people want to watch like scary movies and stuff during COVID. They need a reason to get out of the house. So it's been played at drive-ins and everything. So it's got a lot of people have seen it.
That's wonderful. So now I'm just segueing to ask you a question about how important is sound post. Like I was asking your expertise about my film. Do you think I can get away with it?
Yeah, yours is great. How did you do that? It sounds great.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
When I first listened to it, I thought there was an issue with the sound. Because of what I did, I played a documentary on Netflix.
Yeah.
and a documentary on Amazon.
Yeah.
And then I played your documentary, but it was on Vimeo. And then yours was so much lower. And so I don't know if you ever got those texts, but I actually texted you and I said, oh, whoa, something's wrong with your audio. It's too low. But then I kept watching some more and I kept checking and I realized my Vimeo volume was lower than my Netflix and my Amazon.
Oh, okay.
And so when I put the Vimeo volume back to normal, and your audio was perfect. It sounded just like the other ones. Because that's what I do. I just compare. Like, okay, if it's on Netflix, right, that's like acceptable. So let's just play it next to those and see how it sounds. Sounds great.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you did great. How did you do that?
I guess when I was editing it, I was just make sure balance out by watching, I use Final Cut Pro.
Oh, yeah.
10, just by making sure, the usually is not the issue of sound too loud. Usually is not enough loud. So
That's
I would
correct.
just pull. Yeah, I would just pull between 6 and 12.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, 6
That's
and
right.
12.
Yeah.
Once and only one scene when
-6
Dion
would
had a
be
birthday party, when people sing "Happy Birthday to You" in Iowa. Only that scene I remember. It was a little bit stretched out, like a little like that. But and I had worked with my friend Lu Wei, who's the editor.
Yeah.
He said it's okay. He said it's
Yeah.
okay. So I have several people tell me like you can get away with it. Even on Clubhouse, what's his name? Some guy. He's really nice. What is New York? Some guy. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. What's his name? Oh shoot, I escaped me. So I also showed him like the trailer. I said, can you listen to the trailer to see is this sound okay?
Yeah.
But anyway, thank you for watching it, and it's long.
Yeah, no, it sounds, and I still need to finish it, but I watched a good 20 minutes or so, and I was listening just how the scenes change. Also, how does the sound from like scene to scene? If it was going to go up and down, everything sounded brilliant. And the reality is, and that kind of leads into a good kind of like thought, which is that a lot of times we mystify what people like filmmakers do. Like it seems like something that we can't do ourselves, but all we have to really do is think to ourselves, what are they going to do when I give this to them and I say, hey, fix my sound? Well, what are they about to do actually? Is there a way I can find out what they're really doing? And a lot of times you find out it's not that hard. It's just like time consuming only.
I would say if it's like a sci-fi, as a science fiction, or if it's like a action movie like Tom Cruise, and then you have dropping things or bomb or gun shoot, I guess those things need to have some kind of special sound, right? Right?
I mean, you can do it. You can do it yourself.
Yeah. In my
Because
film,
in the end, right, it's only another person on the other side doing the same thing. So, of course, experience matters, right? It does matter for sure.
Yeah.
But I think what I look at the difference is the person with experience will know some tricks and can do it faster than me. But I can do the same if I just spend enough time.
Yeah.
If I take the time and look things up on YouTube and I will never be as fast as a professional, but if I spend enough time, I can do it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was thinking, Darren, I was thinking that now the film has accepted by 6 festivals, right?
Yeah.
I was thinking, should I not to do the sound just to see if I can get into more? You know what I mean? Because otherwise, if I get it done now, later I get into more or bigger ones. And then I really couldn't tell whether people like my film or they like the new sound. You see what I mean? I don't know.
Yes.
Feeling.
Yeah, but your sound is so good. I mean, I don't think. Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. I was really even looking for spots where, like, maybe it would be you could tell maybe some unprofessional, you know, sometimes it's the inconsistency. So it may be good for a lot of it, but then there's one area. But so far, I didn't see anything. I still have to finish it, but already 20 minutes was already like so good. So
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So tell me a little bit about your 1 minute school, please.
Oh, yes. So that's the Darion D'Anjou 1 minute film school. I started it on Clubhouse. And the reason I started it was also part of this commitment to, so like I kind of naturally like to share anything that I know with people around me. So I already do that. But I wanted to do it more in starting in 2021, because somebody had told me that even though maybe I don't think I'm at my final goal or I'm at the top, you know how they say, like, when I make it to the top or something like that, you know, when I've made it. But what they're telling me, my mentors were telling me was like, there's not really such a thing as making it. Like, that doesn't really ever exist, because, you know, even my professor at visual effects school has been doing this for 25 years, and still he feels like he has so much to learn and still to achieve. But he's already been doing this for 25 years. He worked on Lord of the Rings. He's worked on Harry Potter. He's worked on, you know, all of these things. And so what they're saying is you have to share now. Like, you have to share now while you're doing it. And people have a lot to learn from that. Like, you know, whatever you think that you haven't made it, for other people, for them, that is making it, you know? And so I really did take that to heart. And I just, okay, well, what would be a good way? Well, Clubhouse is great because it's just so easy to use. And I don't have to get pretty all the time, like on YouTube. Oh my goodness. I don't envy, like, you know, even my daughter actually has a YouTube channel, you know, so she is quite good about making these videos, and then she edits them and she puts them out and everything. But it's so much work, you know, because you have to, like, how am I going to look? What am I going to talk about? Then you have to go edit it. Then you upload it. Where Clubhouse is like, oh, I have an idea. You turn on the app, start the room, and you know, that's much more for me. Like, I like it to be very easy.
Yeah. No makeup. I have to go.
No makeup.
I have to take a shower for you, actually.
Yeah, same. Like, look,
to see you.
I don't have to wear a suit on Clubhouse. I mean, you don't even know if I have pants on right now, you know?
Right. People say no pants on Clubhouse. So so now this so 1 minute school, tell us who can join you and where they can join you.
Oh yeah, okay. So Darion D'Anjou 1 minute film school. Right now, it's the easiest way is to just DM me on Instagram and with your email. And I have a running list that I keep building. I keep adding people to the list. And then every time I put out a mail about an update or anything that's going on, then you will get that information. So we meet on Clubhouse Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern. The school is at Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Eastern on Clubhouse, and also Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern on Clubhouse, every Wednesday and Saturday. And we do a lot of really great things, like tonight is the award ceremony for the very first.
I want to come.
Yeah, 7 p.m. Eastern on Clubhouse. And we have the very first group of people who have made their 1 minute films, and we will announce who the winners are of that competition. And it was a close competition. We had 8 judges judged, and after 8 judges judging, we still had ties in many of the categories. So I had to get additional judge just to break the tie. So so you can hit my IG at Darion D'Anjou, shoot me your email and get on that list, and I'll keep you updated with all of the events that we do for the school. One of the other things we do that's really, really fun, like on Saturdays, is if you have a favorite scene from a movie, you could actually come to 10 a.m. on Saturday Eastern time, and we will play that scene on YouTube while we're on Clubhouse. And then we will go back and go shot for shot through the scene and we'll break it down, like, why is the scene good? Why did they choose that shot? Why did they choose a close-up? Why did they do a wide? Why is that shot moving? You know, blocking. We really go deep into it, and we talk about the film language as well. So if you don't know all the words to use, you will learn those words, like, you know, medium, close, like all these words that are very scary for people who are starting to make films. We demystify all of that, because once you learn all those words, then you realize that it's quite easy, and you don't have to be so scared.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. So I saw some of the film last night. So tell us, what is why 1 minute?
Oh, that's such a good question. Yeah.
Not 3
That's
minutes.
such a good question. Okay, so as you know, because you've directed, you know, many, I believe you've done many films.
Yeah.
But also, even just looking at your last film, and I think your last film was at least maybe an hour, right? Or almost an hour?
80 minutes, dear.
80 minutes. So it's 80 minutes, more than an hour. Exactly. And I almost am afraid to ask how much time you put in on post-production, but I know it was a lot.
A lot.
It's a lot. I believe I've heard you say you had over 200 hours of footage, more?
Yeah, between 100 to 200 hours of footage.
Yeah. So for those
Just to watch them. Just to watch
it. That's the thing. It's like, for those who not know how filmmaking goes, it's like you have to watch all that footage, and you have to decide from those what takes are interesting, build this into a story. And it's the same with narrative. Like, you do all these takes, you know, you shoot the actors, and then you have to go back and you have to watch all that stuff. And the point is, it's like there's so many different aspects to learn, that the longer every minute you add to your production, just multiply that by like 100 to get the film finished. So that's why I say do 1 minute. Do 1 minute, because it's shorter. You can get it finished. You can get through the process, you know, and learn the process. That is more important than the process is more important than the result. And if for filmmakers, when they get comfortable with the idea that it's more about the process, then the results are inevitable. Because if you learn to make films well, and you keep making films, they'll continue to get better, and all of the results will come, right? You'll start to win festivals. People will see your films and hire you. They're going to ask you who edited it. They're going to ask you who shot it. Like, it's inevitable. So you just have to make stuff. And everything else just sort of comes to you when you do that. So that's the reason for 1 minute. It's just to get people to finish, you know? Yeah.
And now this month, you have a special requirement. You ask people to take one take.
Yeah, making it even simpler now. Yeah, it's like to understand, because it's like, you know, in the end, what is a film, right? A long film, it's just shots. And the shot is like, it's the building block of telling your story. It's one shot. So if anything, I just really want to encourage the students of the 1 Minute Film School to start with that first, really that building block, and be careful with that. Like, take care and understand that it's a beautiful thing, you know, and it can, you know, the time and attention that you can go into that. I just feel like a lot of people tend to rush, you know, and they rush into, like, I want to be Steven Spielberg and I want to win Sundance and everything like that. But, you know, those people who win Sundance take care on each shot, right? You know, they start with one shot and they take their time, and it's shot, then the next shot, then the next shot, then the next shot. So that's why. And I think we're going to get some great stuff this month, and forcing people to slow down and forcing people to forget about the results and just think about the craft. That's what I would like people to do. Yeah.
Right. So now let's talk about something else. I accidentally found out you're a Yangan.
Oh my goodness, Yangan.
Yeah, Yangan.
Oh man, you're gonna get me political in here. Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about how you become Yangan. You are actually OG Yangan. You're very early Yangan.
I'm very early Yang Gang. The minute I heard about this guy, so I was into universal and basic income before I knew that Andrew Yang was about universal basic income. And you've even seen my short film that I made about universal basic income. I made a short film called UV.
Yeah.
And it's just my homage to universal basic income because I wanted to make something about something I care very a lot.
Right.
And I really believe in this. Like if there's like, you know, one of the most important things I think that I could help make happen, it would be that.
Your internet is a little slow.
Oh, it's going slow, isn't it? So it's freezing for me. Is it picking up now?
Yeah, just for a second.
Okay. So
now okay. Yeah.
So this is something I really believe is important for us to make progress in the world, because in my mind, too many of our mind resources are wasted just surviving every day. You know, most of the people, 99.999% of the people, just spend their time trying to get to the next paycheck just so that they can barely pay and survive, get food, get some medicine and everything like that. But that's a waste, because this brain that we have is a superpower. It's like a supercomputer. It's more than a supercomputer. It's like a manifestation engine that can create anything. But if it's not being deployed or used for its full potential, it's just wasted. And the reality is, it's probably freezing now a little bit, right? Are we catching up? Okay.
You're spotty a little bit. You're spotty a little bit.
Yeah, but just to make that story of it short, is it's not about the money of the universal basic income. For me, it's about all of these hopes and dreams that we have can only be achieved if we employ everyone in the world to be working in a productive way with their minds and not being wasted like digging up diamonds in mines and, you know, all the other things, that mindless activities that we have people doing. And universal basic income is one of the ways that you can free the mind a bit so that people can explore other things and go there. So when I heard Andrew Yang was going to run for president and that he understood these things, it was easy for me. I said that this is the guy. We need him to be president. And I still believe that. Even with Biden, Harris being president, I can be put on record as saying I'm glad that they won in the situation that we're in, but I still believe we need somebody who is more progressive, like Andrew Yang, and who's younger. I do believe the youth matters, because also with technology is another thing. There are a lot of people who are in politics right now who have no clue what technology is doing. They have no clue how much of a threat it is as far as losing jobs. And Andrew Yang gets all of that, right? And so put me on record right now, you know, let's just get this guy elected to everything we can, because he really understands.
It's wonderful. Yeah. So and
stop Asian hate too. It's like
it's been really terrible.
I mean, it's a little bit sad. I mean, I say that, and that happened here in Atlanta, and it was awful. But I do feel like the same problem why that happened is also a little bit of the problem why Andrew Yang had trouble gaining enough followership that he could be president, because we still have race problems in this country. And so, it's like too many people, it's too much of a hurdle for people to get to the idea that, well, this Asian guy is just a normal American. There's no reason. It doesn't matter what his race is. If he's saying the right things, then we should let him get forward. But people need to get past their prejudices about color or something like that,
Right. He's not. I was with Yang Gang. We were canvassing in Iowa and New Hampshire. A lot of people don't know him. Yeah. So he's very unknown in the whole list. Yeah. So so he's sometimes after a whole week of canvassing, we don't really hear. Yeah, I personally don't hear people very enthusiastic about Andrew Yang, not because he's not good, because he's unknown. He's too, But right now he is in a good position in New York. He is running for mayor of New York.
When is that election, by the way?
The primary is on June 22nd.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
exciting.
And the big one is I think in November, either
That's great.
3rd or
And
2nd.
to be mayor, right, of New York?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, good.
Running. So
Yeah, if he can win that, that would be awesome.
it's a very crowded field, right? It's been like 20, 30 people running.
Is Bloomberg still in there or no? He doesn't do that anymore.
I don't think so. No,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
But there's a lot of people running, and but he's like the top, like 5. He's
Yeah.
top 5. Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
So yeah. So where is the film? How long is the film? Your film UBI? I forgot.
It's about 14 minutes long.
Oh, 14? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So where
Yeah.
can people see that?
They can also see that
where
on Movie Fandom is a good place to see that, or on my Instagram, either one. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah,
Instagram.
and,
Yeah.
yeah, and Movie Fandom is a monetized site for me. So anybody who does watch it on there, if you leave comments are really, really helpful on YouTube because it helps generate more attention. And I would love for UBI to get much more. I call it UB because that's the name of the computer.
It's called UB?
I call it UB just because that's the name of the computer. But it's
spelled
UBI.
Yeah.
UB, yeah, hey UB, like make them friendly or something. But yeah, so people leave comments. That is really helpful because it generates more attention on the YouTube algorithm.
But the movie name is UBI?
Yeah, it's spelled UBI, and I call it UB.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I'm putting it out right now. So movie Phantom is called?
Fandom. Yeah. Like FANDOM. Yeah.
FANDOM, right?
Yeah, that's right. Like it's like Kingdom, but then fandom. Yeah.
Movie Phantom. Yeah. I don't remember where I saw it, but it's really good. Really good. So it's a feature, a short feature. It's about this couple and who is about to move into a UBI apartment, right? Like
Yes.
program.
Yeah, and it's got some cool ideas because it was like so that's my idea is to make people think, right? Because it was like, oh, once you live in a UBI apartment, then you can always move if you want to any UBI apartment anywhere in the world if it's available.
Mm-hmm.
And the system, it's like an AI system, and it will help you. It'll just basically, it's like better than Siri, right? You can say, hey, you know what? I feel like moving to Paris for a year or two, and then it will tell you like, okay, we have these 12 apartments are available.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So nice. So,
but that's what I would like. Like that's the kind of world I dream of. Like a world also where passports are also not necessary. I don't like those passports. I think are ridiculous. Visas are ridiculous. All of these things are just things that man has kind of put on to, the earth didn't have borders, before we built all these big countries and colonial empires and everything. The world is just land, and then it's water and everything. So us forcing these borders, I think it's one of the craziest things in the world. And I would like to see them go away completely.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, if I want to go to China, if I want to go to Australia, if I want to go to Russia, I want to just go,
Yeah. Why so many restrictions?
Yeah.
Now, speaking of UBI, there is a guy who's been long term for a long time. He's supporting UBI. He actually lived on UBI. His name is Scott Sentence. Do you know Scott?
His name is, what's his last name?
I'll write it down. Scott Sentence. Check him out.
Yeah.
Scott Sentence. He's in my movie. He was making a speech on the stage when we had UBI parade march.
Yeah.
He actually talked. His speech was really long. I only used a few minutes. He made a almost 10-minute speech
Yeah.
the march, and he told people, about how he has been living on UBI, like he it's almost like a research for him,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
he's into it. So that's
That's
very
really cool.
very
Oh, I would like to check him out. Yeah.
yeah, check him
Yeah.
out. And you can follow him on Twitter, if you want to.
Okay. Yeah, that's
I
great.
put it out. Scott Sentence, Santens. Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, and so it's amazing. Some people still don't know what is Clubhouse.
Yeah.
Without Clubhouse, I would not have met you.
Yeah.
I'm really like addicted to Clubhouse. So
Yeah.
tell us one more time, like, how do you describe what is a Clubhouse?
Yeah, a lot of people won't know what it is yet, but the easiest way for me to describe it is as it's like a podcast. It's like multiple podcasts that are live. So they're live and interactive instead of just you're listening to something pre-recorded. You're listening to real people at the time, and with the added element that you can talk back to them. And that's the part that makes it so addictive, because I mean it's like a party or something, right? Because you can choose what rooms to go into, you can get topics you want. There are a lot of really cool people there. I mean, I've met people that I would never have run into. I've met like Tim Story, who's the director of Tom and Jerry that just came out, and he hung out with us for 4 hours. Yeah, I met Academy Award-winning director who directed Tom Hanks in Greyhound. He hung out with us for 2 or 3 hours.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
And just talked and answered every question. Like that's what Clubhouse is able to do. It's like when people have the free time, even no matter what level they are in their career, it's a good place they can just go hang out and relax for a little bit.
Yeah.
They don't have to get pretty. They don't have to put on makeup. They just turn it on.
No
if they want to
pants.
talk, if they want to talk, they can talk, or if they just want to listen, they can listen. And so, they can be in there, no pants if they want. I don't know if Tim Story was wearing pants or not. Maybe he wasn't.
Yeah, I learned a lot.
A
So
lot of interesting people.
What's going on with the distribution? Like
last week, Ching, do you know I had a science fiction room, and the chief scientist of NASA came into the room.
Yeah.
And hung out with us for like 3 hours.
Wow.
And answered questions about artificial intelligence, whether we can get to Mars, what it would take. We talked about science fiction ideas, and he said which ones were ridiculous and which ones were not. Can you believe that? Like, when can you ever just have a conversation with the chief scientist of NASA? Come on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's amazing. And the other day, last week, there was a group talking about Andrew Yang, like supporters. So I got so excited because I did not know it was on. So I was holding my phone. I live streamed Clubhouse with all the people who supports Andrew Yang, talking about Andrew Yang, and I just left the whole thing on my YouTube. I didn't got any like what do you call punishment for copyright. But anyway, I think that video got like 300 people hit.
Wow.
So it's like you never know who you're talking to. So I've talked to so many people. They even have sobriety group. Like people
that's
do not
amazing.
drink.
Yeah, that's great.
I tried. By the way, everybody, I'm on my number 61 fucking days of not drinking red wine.
Oh, is that what you're doing? Like a sobriety from red wine?
Yeah.
Why red wine?
Yeah.
Is that your weakness or something?
Yeah, my weakness.
What do you do, Ching, when you get red wine in you?
I don't know. I just drink. I drink maybe 1, 2, 3 cups, glasses, So I think I think one thing made me want to quit is that one time I supposed to meet my editor.
Yeah.
On the phone. who I really respect,
Yeah.
because the fucking is talking to me on the phone. I better concentrate.
Yeah.
But then after that conversation, I don't remember one word what he said.
You don't remember anything that you said. You may have told
Like
him
the
to
next
just
morning.
delete this whole scene or something.
No, the next morning, I don't remember what he said. I made a
Yeah.
notes. I couldn't recognize my notes. So I
Wow.
realized I drink too much,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so I quit drinking. Yeah. I quit drinking 61 days ago. Yeah.
Amazing. That's really, really strong of you. I cannot make that same commitment right now, but I support you in spirit.
Yeah, I treat it like a project, It's like, okay, I can do it.
Yeah.
If other people can do it, other people can do 2 years, 10 years, whatever.
Yeah.
So I just did it. But I have to go to a lot of meetings, like Zoom meetings, and
Okay.
those Zoom meetings are very helpful.
Yeah. But
Now,
are you doing it? You're doing it because of sobriety, or just more like a choice, or do you really do you consider yourself an alcoholic, or is it because how is that?
I think I had a hard time remembering things.
Yeah, so it's a bit too much, right? Yeah.
Maybe it's because I'm old anyway, So who knows?
Maybe you just wouldn't have remembered anyway, right? Maybe it wasn't important. Maybe there's no need to remember
I've been
these things.
telling my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been telling my friend Peter and Nick is in the audience. Those are my younger friends. And they all know. They all know me. It's like, oh, I'm quitting drinking. And
Yeah.
then, but I made it very far. I think it's not very far for people who quit like 3 years.
Sure.
But still,
yeah.
but I think it's overall maybe it's good for me. Like just
Yeah.
like
Why
health.
not? Yeah.
If you drink too much, it's not good for your liver anyway.
Yeah, that's right. No, I mean, and honest, to be quite honest, since COVID, I haven't really had much to drink, because I don't have a good reason, just because I haven't been around anybody, So
okay.
Yeah, and so I kind of find myself not drinking very much, but that's just because I'm by myself all the time, and yeah. So I get it. I do. I can relate.
Yeah, but
not
my
all
point.
the way. I can't relate all the way, but
Yeah, okay, I forgive you. But my point is, on Clubhouse, there's a sobriety meeting every day.
That's amazing. I
Yeah.
think that's amazing. Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
There's something for everything, right?
Yeah.
And I guess that's why these other companies are copying it now.
I know. Yesterday, my good young friend, Boyce, showed me how to use Twitter to do talking.
Twitter Spaces.
Twitter has
Yeah.
And I tried to,
LinkedIn now.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know if they're gonna do as well though. What do you think?
I don't know. Everyone has its. My friend said he likes Twitter because he has 4,000 followers on Twitter. For him to find, but then you gained in 3 months, right? Less than 3 months or 3 months, you have 47 goddamn followers.
Yeah.
And I have 700 now. Not bad, right? For 3 weeks.
That's amazing. That's pretty fast. Yeah.
But you know what? I think Clubhouse probably is going to be doing really great. There's one thing about Clubhouse, is that although you have to build from scratch, right? You have to build one follower at a time.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, it's like you don't know them. So in a way, it's not a bad idea, because I was able to say a lot of things. I was able to say some of the secret thing about my life to a bunch of strangers.
Yes.
Which I will normally don't tell people I know.
That's right.
So that's really powerful.
I like that. I like that a lot. Also, I the thing I don't like about with the Twitter part is people will automatically put more importance to those coming in with hundreds of thousands of followers, right? So where Clubhouse everybody just came in sort of equal. And so people just listen to who they're interested in, right? They just listen to what are they talking about. And then they get followers like that. But with Twitter, I just feel let's say Kim Kardashian is in a room or something on Twitter Spaces, automatically everybody is going to maybe pay more attention to her because she has already, I don't know how many Twitter followers she has, probably millions, you know? So maybe it will bias the conversations because there could be other people in the room who have like if the chief scientist of NASA goes onto Twitter Spaces, he maybe doesn't have that many followers, so people won't listen to him. But on Clubhouse, he can just be in that room, you know what I mean? And people will listen to him based on not because of his followers, but because he's chief NASA scientist, you know?
Yeah, there's something about the space is kind of public, yet it's randomly private.
Yeah.
It's like a private, but randomly. It's not like orchestrated, you know. So it's very interesting. But by the way, people who are listening to us, you know, my internet or your internet is spotty. I don't know whose. So let me see. Let me get okay, I'm gonna
Who's on there? Do you have a way of telling who's on there now? Like if they're people? How do you see that? Is that something I can see or just you can see that?
Sorry. Okay. Hello? Are you there? Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm here.
I tried to turn my Wi-Fi off to use the what do you call the Ethernet, but it's not working.
Okay.
But anyway, so we're almost done.
So how do you tell if there are people on there? Like what do you do? Is that something that only you can see, or am I able to see who's there? Like if there are people like watching or something, or
I think it's because you're using a cell phone. You cannot see.
Oh, got you. Okay.
Yeah, you're a little bit spotty. Do you have other program turn off?
Oh, look, I see people have all these comments.
Yes, people comment.
Nick Rivera and stuff.
Yeah, your finger. Leave your finger, please.
Oh yeah. Look, yeah. I see now.
Nick,
Oh, that's so cool.
is a young man. It's in my film. You probably see a lot.
Hey, and Nick, what's up, man?
And Peter,
no shoes still get service. That's Peter's so cool. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, Nick and I, we went to 4 different states to canvas together: New York, Connecticut, Iowa, and New Hampshire. So he's my buddy, and
he's
Peter,
your road buddy, travel
buddy.
He's
my road buddy. Yeah, he lives in Connecticut.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't seen him since since February 12th.
Yeah. When Connecticut is a good state. I like Connecticut.
Yeah. And
beautiful state, actually.
Peter is a mathematical professor who lives in Bronx. Young guy.
A mathematics professor?
Yeah. He teaches in the state college, you know.
In France.
Yeah, in here.
Nice.
So anyway, we're near the end of our conversation. Anything else you want to talk about?
Oh, I mean, just whatever you want to talk about. It's been fun.
Okay, you're fun. Yeah. So we're almost done talking, and should we do the rapid fire?
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. All right.
I'm always up for a challenge. I hope I don't fail.
By the way, Darion and I, we're gonna do our 3rd time together. He's gonna help me to mod my my Clubhouse session on Friday noon. So you guys, if you happen to be on Clubhouse, or if you are not on Clubhouse, it's a chance to join us. We're going to talk about iPhone video production.
Yes.
Yeah, and this week is more or less talk about how to use self-filming. You know, like people do self-audition, doesn't have to be audition, could be self-talking, or just like when you have no one help you.
What do you do? Right. Yeah. That's important.
Yeah, a lot of time we don't have help, right? Especially during COVID time. So you guys can.
That should be a good one. I think a lot of people would be interested in that.
You think so? Okay.
I think so. Yeah.
Today I found another mod. His name is Johnny Wu. Do you know Johnny Wu?
Of course I know Johnny Woo. That's my road dog.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What is road dog? What is a road dog?
Well, I mean, Johnny Woo, me and him clicked pretty early on the app, like almost right away. I think maybe the first day I was on there, I don't know how I met him, but we got to be friends really fast.
Wow.
And he's into sci-fi and action and things like that too. So that, yeah, exactly. I co-host a lot of rooms with Johnny Woo. Yeah.
Oh,
He's
great.
great. Yeah. And on top of that, we're doing a project together as well.
Oh, that's wonderful. I made an announcement on one of the videographer group this morning. I say, who is interested in iPhone production? I said, Daryl and I, we're going to do this thing. I welcome you, join us and be one of my mods, So
yeah,
he said, I'll join you. Yeah. So
yeah, he's really good. I like Johnny Woo a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. Great. All right. So, okay. So let's do rapid fire. Okay.
Okay. I'm going to get ready. Here we go.
What is 3 of your favorite movies, if you have?
Got you. Okay, so I'll go rapid fire Ex Machina. For those who may not know, please go watch it. If you don't, it's Alex Garland. I'll go with The Terminator, which was one of the films that got me to want to make science fiction. And then for the third film, I'll go for Inception. Because I'm in rapid fire. Who knows if that's exactly the true order? Oh, wait. True Romance, too. True Romance. That's also my favorite. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
True Romance. Cool. Yeah,
cool.
So that's 4, but that's okay.
Yeah. So 4, fine. Now, you've been living mostly in Georgia, in Atlanta, right? So
Sure.
if you had a choice of living in 3 different cities.
3, okay.
Which 3 cities you would like to live in the
I would like to go back to Montreal, where I was studying visual effects. I love Montreal. It's like we just need more cities like that in the United States. and it could be warmer. So if Montreal were warmer, I think it would be like the perfect city. I'd probably never leave. Seoul, Korea is a really nice city as well. I would like to get some more diversity in that city. Because the city's awesome.
Interrupt.
Yeah.
Nick's sister is in Korea right now.
Ooh, hey Nick. Say what's up to your sister. I hope she's having a good time.
Yeah, she teaches English there.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I think Seoul is a great city as far as the layout. It's hip, it's modern, and if we just had more diversity, then it would be like totally perfect. Like a more New Yorkish kind of mix. Yeah. Okay, Montreal, Seoul, and maybe I'll just say Los Angeles for now because of the weather. Yeah, I don't like the traffic, but the weather is nice. And these are not Atlanta, so because Atlanta would certainly be in my top 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what is your favorite junk food?
I like these Little Debbie snack cakes. Have you ever had those?
What is that? What is Debbie?
I wish I had one nearby I could show you, but it's like these little. They're zebra cakes, and they're made by Little Debbie, and they're really cheap. Like, I mean, it's like $1 or something for a whole pack, and they're so disgusting. Like, I mean, it's just probably pure sugar. But like when it's late at night and I'm editing or something like that, it's the best snack to go to. It's the best editing snack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. I find myself like I need, snack from here and there. You know what my favorite snack?
What's that?
It is peanuts.
Oh gosh, those are so good. Yeah.
Yeah. But they're from Chinatown though, okay? Not regular peanuts.
Right.
They are still in the shell. They're still in
they're still in the shell.
You have to crack them up and they're a little salty inside.
Mm-hmm.
Those are really good. Okay.
I always wonder, how do they get the salt in there?
Oh, they cook the whole thing with the skin, and then they dry them.
And the salt gets through the skin or something like that.
Yeah. So the flavor goes inside. Yeah.
That's really good. Okay. Yeah, nice. Yeah,
You
yummy.
can buy this in the bag. Oh,
It sounds
okay,
like a
so
lot of work though, but that's okay.
it is. Yeah, it is. What is your favorite food genre?
Chicken.
Chicken.
Is that a
No,
genre of food?
no, I'm like a cuisine. Sorry, cuisine. Genre.
Yeah, chicken.
Like a no
Oh.
genre. No.
Anything with chicken.
No.
Yeah, chicken. No,
No,
like
I mean like Chinese food, Thai food, whatever,
oh
Japanese food.
yeah. No, I like Jamaican food. So that's very traditional. My mom is Jamaican. I grew up on it, and it's the best food in the world.
Jamaican.
It's really good. Like, so the kinds of dishes are like oxtails, oxtails and rice. So anybody who's watching, if you want to get good Jamaican food, just try oxtails. Oxtails are so delicious, you'll be hooked.
Yeah, I cook oxtail soup.
Ooh, do you really?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my
With
gosh.
tomato sauce and with garlic, with onion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I might have to order some Jamaican food tonight now that you're talking about it. And curry chicken, we do oxtails, we do curry chicken, we do patties, we do such good Jamaican food.
Peter said chicken food can be a
chicken food can be anything chicken. That's right.
That's funny. Kung Pao chicken. Yeah. So, okay, what else? Are you a mountain person or a lake and water person? Are you a water person or mountain person?
Water person. Yeah.
Water person.
Yeah. More fun in the water. Yeah.
I
guess it's coming back to my roots, the Jamaican roots again. I guess maybe I'm influenced heavily, right? Yeah. If you're on an island, you have to love the water. But you know what's funny is, like, even though my mom is from an island and we visited a lot, she's actually from the mountains of the island. So she's both. In a way, it's like, yeah.
Peter also said my mom would get little Debbie snacks for us as kids.
Ooh. You have a good mom.
Zebra cakes.
Yeah. Oh, Peter, I don't know if you've tried it, but now they've developed these things called zebra rolls too from Little Debbie. Donut cakes are good too. Yeah, they are. Yeah, and the strawberry rolls, but now they have zebra rolls as well. Try those if you haven't. They're so delicious.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there's Cyan talking beach. She went with water too. Yeah. Okay, so my daughter Cyan, her name.
Yeah.
Her name is actually the color of the water when you go to the Caribbean. And you got that beautiful water that's cyan.
Yeah.
It's blue, but it's got like the hint of turquoise kind of going through it or whatever. That is her color. So we're water people.
Yeah, that's one. And what else? Your daughter. I see another person from your family. Talk to us.
Somebody with the D'Anjou name? Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Liana.
We're so fertile.
Liana.
Oh,
who is Liana?
Liana is the lovely sister of mine. Hey, Liana.
Hi, Liana.
Yeah, we're a fertile family, and then Liana will get that kind of subtle messaging. Super subtle.
That's nice.
Oh man.
Yeah, Nick said strawberry rolls are really good Christmas tree cake. Christmas tree and a treat too. All right. Korean have chicken.
I think Peter's nearby grocery store is going to get raided of all its Little Debbies. So somebody call them and give them a warning.
Yeah.
He's coming.
Yeah. So Peter says Korean have chi mek, which is a fried chicken with the beer. Wow.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
Korean barbecue. Yeah, of course.
That's beer.
Like, I want some more of that. Yeah. Leanna's giving a clapping hands.
Yeah.
Yes, heads up.
So Peter,
shout out to fertility.
Yeah, when do I get to see you, Peter? I got 2 shots now. I have 2 COVID shots now. So.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. Not
Yeah.
because I'm that old, okay? It's because some other reasons. So anyway, oh, okay.
Peter,
So
get on that, man.
any questions? Let's see. Do you guys have any questions? I run out of questions. I have another question. Is really silly. Okay, Darion, if you won $25 million lottery, what would you do?
I would not tell anybody. The first thing I would do is shut my mouth. I would shut the heck up.
Otherwise, your phone.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Your phone will
they're gonna
keep
come for
ringing,
me.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Trust me, I would not let Clubhouse help me decide that one. I would keep that quiet. Actually, Ching, that would be a good Clubhouse room.
Yeah.
Yeah, 125 million. What would you do? You could literally just have a room on that, and people come up and say what they would do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Right.
I think that'd be a fun one.
So what is the dynamics of having a club, or just having a room? Like, does it matter?
Yeah, I think it matters more for the future. I don't think it matters so much now, but I think Clubhouse is kind of setting things up. And so that's really what I'm sort of like, the reason I spend time on there and do that is because I think the time is worth it, besides the fact that I enjoy it. But so I do enjoy it, but I also feel as though they're planning something, like they're gearing up. So I think the people who are kind of already investing time into their platform will be in a good position for whatever it is. It's kind of like, if you think about Instagram in the beginning or YouTube in the beginning and things like that, people did not take those apps very seriously in the beginning.
Yeah.
TikTok in the beginning, and even now, so people don't take it seriously, but they grow. And then once the opportunities sort of create themselves, then you're already ready, rather than kind of late to the party, you know?
Right. Oh, by the way, today is the deadline to apply for something. Apply for, what is it called? You don't know that?
No, I don't know. What do you mean?
I'll send you the information after this conversation. Okay, Clubhouse is encourage people to apply for something. It's called I forgot what it's called. It's people who are very involved with the club, like influencer. And then they actually make you to fill a form you can apply for. If the top 20 people, top 20 will get like money or some other stuff like support.
Oh, they have like a creator fund or something.
Creator fund, right?
Okay, got you. Like TikTok. Okay, that's cool.
I happen to know that. I happen to know that because I was in the group. They were just talking about that. The whole group was talking about that. And then I was okay. Well, I'll follow them down, and then I filled the form too. The form is actually very complicated. It's not that like you just fill lines. You have to fill out. Almost feel like they want your data, you know?
Yeah, they've got our data, man. I mean, man, they are really. I mean, think about it. They have our conversations. You know, that's more than any other. Any other app doesn't have that. They have. They know everything that we're thinking, talking about. Yeah, it's interesting.
Right. Where I am not paranoid too much in terms of my data. I kind of realize my data is already being exposed to many different places. All right.
That's right.
There's no use to worry about anymore.
That's right.
Whether you worry or not, it's already in their hands, you know?
It's that's exactly how I feel about it. I'm like, let me just go on and do my thing, because also, I mean, I'm just not really a threat to anybody, right? So, there's nothing really that I'm not trying to do any nuclear missiles or something like that, or, I'm trying to make films, like, so I just don't really think that I don't really have a lot to worry about on that front. Yeah. And even if you worry, it won't change anything anyway. Right. More importantly, with me, if you think about from a science fiction perspective, and I think about these kind of weird things like this all the time, actually, if you try to hide your data, you actually would draw more attention. because it's very strange if somebody doesn't have like an IG, or if they don't have any social media presence, or you don't have an email. Well, who are you? You know, like, you know, it actually draws more attention to yourself. So yeah. So for those people out there who are trying to hide, you better just hide in plain sight and just get with the program.
Right.
Yeah.
Just enjoy.
Just enjoy. Have a good time. Yeah.
Yes, great. So you have a thing tonight, 7 o'clock? Or
I
8?
do. What time is it now?
It's 5:30.
5:30. Oh my goodness. We went crazy, Ching. We went ham.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for being with me. And yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'll come to see your presentation tonight at Clubhouse about
That's
your
cool.
reward.
Yeah, everybody's welcome. You know, the awards are tonight. We're gonna have a good time.
Yeah.
Watch some of their films. Everybody's welcome. I hope I can see you there on Clubhouse.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Well, thank you so much. And you are my first and so far the only person I talked to on my show after I met you in Clubhouse, and I'm really honored to have met you.
Oh, likewise, Ching. You have a great spirit, and I really appreciate you inviting me out tonight. It's been fun.
Yes, a lot of fun. Thank you so much for helping me, watching my film and stuff like that. So, I'll see you soon.
How many people can this app do at the same time?
Say it again.
How many people can you have on one interview at the same time?
10.
10. Okay.
Yeah, including me. Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
Should you ever decide you want to have me back?
Yeah,
I will bring friends.
Yeah, let's have a group chatting. I often chat with my young'un. Like you used to be. Last year was only 6. Okay. Now it can be 10. Yeah.
Yeah. So first I'll try to go find some friends.
Yeah.
And when I get some friends,
let's talk.
then I'll hit you up and say, hey, Ching, I have friends now. Let's do it.
Yeah, I'll bring some peanuts. You can bring some what do you call that thing? Donuts.
Debbie snacks, stack cakes.
We can get some chicken in the beer.
I'll bring some Jamaican food.
Yeah. Peter and Nick can come too, So
absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we can definitely have a group talk. Yeah.
All right. Sounds great.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, and say hello to your sister, to your daughter, to your friends, whoever's there. Some people, they're shy. They don't write, So, but thank you guys for joining us. And every Wednesday, I do this show with the special someone. And sometimes I add one more day, but usually Wednesday is all confirmed. Okay? So,
excellent.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks everybody for hanging out with us.
Thank you. Thank you, Darren.
All right. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye.